So did you all hear about the drama that happened in Ogun State when the governor fired one secondary school teacher and 6 officials of the state Ministry of Education, Science and Technology? According to the governor, these people had an offensive question in the third term examination conducted by the Ministry for the Unified Examination in Public Secondary School. I said offensive question, Bibo Twani. You know, they said the question was too critical of the state government. The students were to summarize a comprehension passage on a policy defect on the educational system. Let me read some of the passage for you. There is no arguing about the fact that the government is merely paying lip service to the development of education. It is true that a lot of money is being spent on the education sector, but with little or no impact felt by the people, except where we want to deceive ourselves. Hey, this is interesting. Many schools run by the government, which were formerly known for academic excellence, have suddenly lost their prestige and are living on past glories. Amen to that. No wonder many parents and guardians are threateningly left with only one option: to withdraw their words from these schools to other ones that are better managed. That is true and very, very sad. The evidences to show that the government is not doing enough to assist in the development of education are many. Even pupils, students in both secondary school and primary schools can volunteer a good list on their fingertips. I agree with that, because I can come up with a lot on my own. One of the numerous indications is the government's inability to pay running costs to schools. The running cost is the token amount per pupil paid to school administrators to run the affairs of the school in a term. This has been neglected to pile up for several academic sessions. Really? Wow. Another one is the regular poor conduct of terminal examinations. These examinations are not usually conducted as and when due. The government may have one excuse or the other, but real educationists know that appropriate timing is a strong factor in the process of continuous assessment of students. Thank you very much. Thus, a situation where, for instance, the first term examination is shifted to second term is an outright departure from the norms and ethics of continuous assessment. Okay, so my people, just 1 minute. I'm looking for the offense. So just give me 1 minute. I'm just looking for the offense. The offense. And how did the governor know about this? Did he sit down for this exam? I thought he had his certificates. No, so where is the offense? Where is the offense, Governor Amos? Did you guys hear any offense in what I just read? This sounds more like an eye-opener on what's going on. I can't believe that he would fire people for this. These exam officers summarize not only what's happening in Ogun State public schools, but in public schools in general. And I don't see where they mention Ogun State government. Do you see where they mention Ogun? Because I don't see anything. Even if they do, have they lied? This thing is not true. Isn't this what is happening in our public schools today in Nigeria? Dilapidated school buildings. I can't help but wonder how some students learn under such conditions. Sometimes no window, sometimes no roof. Can you believe it? And we call this thing schools. Which parent doesn't want to take his or her child to private school today in Nigeria? Ask Mr. Governor. Ask him. Did his children attend public schools? And what pains me is that people like him, when they were young and in school, things were not like this. So not be so. Public schools used to be good when people like him were in school. So because he cannot take the truth coming from the examination paper, he fired the exam officers. Chey, how convenient. Just because you can and just because you have the power to do it. There is God. There is God in everything that we're doing. Is it not more honorable for this man to look into the educational system and address these problems? Nigerians, people would actually appreciate him if he does. No, be so. Instead, he's telling us that we must not complain when things are not well. I honestly hope that this teacher and the exam officers get much better jobs. Yes, if I was hiring people, I would hire them with immediate alacrity for their bravery. I love their guts. If they can't tell him to his face that he needs to take care of the educational system, they could put it in exam papers. Isn't that smart? It is unique for these educationists to choose that part to address this issue. Good job to them. So, Mr. Governor, my only advice is, instead of trying to show how powerful you are, just show how caring you are. If really you care about the students, not just about these teachers, but if you care about the future of Nigerian students, show us how much you care. Anyway, you guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.